Real Frank.
Hello, welcome to Real Frank Movie Reviews. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad is a government sends the most dangerous supervillains in the world. Bloodsport, Peacemaker, King Shark, Harley Quinn, to name a few, to a remote island in a search and destroy mission. Yes. My special guest reviewer for this movie is my friend RAPHAEL. Welcome to the show, RAPHAEL.
RAPHAEL. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow. He's got an audience in his place. That's amazing. He doesn't mess around. I love it.
You got to come hard. You got to come correct.
Oh, I love the professionalism here, man. I should have a studio audience here or something. It's pretty sad. So the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You watched it? You enjoy it?
Watched it with the family. Family, big Marvel, big DC type people. So we enjoyed it. So I'm a big DC fan. I really enjoyed the movie.
So let's just start off by talking about the story. Obviously, this is some sort of reboot because the first one didn't fare too well as far as, let's face it, what makes the world go around, those dead De Niro's, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they had to do a reboot. So what did you think of this story version of it?
Well, if you look at the story version, they were really trying to connect from the first movie. And I really liked how they tried to tie in the first movie, some of the themes, and bring it into the second movie. So I like that. All in all, I think this movie did a way better job of storytelling than the first movie did. I mean, I actually enjoyed the first movie, but I was really into this movie. Didn't have a lot of downtime. I was able to follow through the whole time. The different storylines were real cool. And I think they did a really good job.
All right. And, you know, the first movie seemed like it was like a Will Smith movie, and then everywhere else was like an afterthought. This one seemed like a true ensemble cast here of all these superstars. Margot Robbie returns, and you got Joel Kinnaman is the Colonel Rick. He's back. Idris Elba is the new Bloodsport. So I think that he was a very good choice for that.
Yeah, I thought Idris did a really good job. Really good job. I love this movie. So my son and I were like, "Is this Quentin Tarantino?" You know, it was sweet how they did everything. I thought people played their roles really well. It was really funny watching Idris run down the street because he looked like he was really challenging that effort. He's real stiff and trying to run around.
Yes.
But I just thought it added to the humor to the movie. I like how they had the main set off where they were trying to guide them through the process, like the government side, and they're all placing bets on who's going to die first and everything. I just like the whole role of everybody who played this movie.
I have a love-hate relationship with this movie.
Okay, tell me what's up.
I love the way this movie was filmed. I love the acting. And I love the first part of the story.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my issue with it. I was all in. It was very entertaining. There's a lot of funny parts. John Cena was great, too, in there. But my issue is it felt like it started out as a superhero movie, right? And then at one point, it turned into this mashup of a superhero / comedy / horror movie.
Like I said, I love that. I thought that was great. It kind of goes off a little bit from your typical, superhero type movie, and it had the comedy, and I thought the comedy fit it really well. I thought Cena did a really good role with the comedy. I think his part played really good. It added to the movie. It wasn't too much. Sometimes they try to get these guys in there and they overdo parts and stuff like that, but who thought that John Cena was that funny? But he did it. He did a really good job. And I thought how he and Idris played against each other were really good. I like that.
Yeah, he did a real good job. He's got like this comedic timing talent with him. He's very funny.
Yeah, remember talking about this not a thunderbolt. This I can't remember what he called his helmet. But dude, I was just rolling. It was funny.
It was. But at some point in the end, I didn't feel like I was watching a superhero movie anymore, or a supervillain movie anymore. I feel it like switched off like to Dust to Dawn Tarantino movie where you're watching these two criminals and all of a sudden it's turned into this horror movie. And this is what it kind of felt with this, a superhero movie that turned into a horror movie. It's all these blood. I love the graphic details of the shooting, the blood.
Yes.
Well done. But all of a sudden it's like, now is this still a superhero movie, or is this just a complete different movie now?
Let me ask you this: What was your favorite scene in the movie?
There's so many good scenes in the movie, but one film-wise that I was really impressed with, not so much a favorite scene, but I was really impressed with when Cena and I forget who he's fighting, and they're showing the fight from the reflection of his helmet on the ground.
Yes.
That was amazing. That was so brilliant.
Sweet. I thought that was great. Great cinematography in that part. They did a great job. I thought that scene was great. Wasn't my favorite scene.
Yeah.
But I thought they did a really good job showing the movie through his helmet on the ground. And that guy, he was from the Netflix series, and I don't know if you ever saw that series. I'm trying to think of what it was. It is really good. If you get a chance to see it, I'll think of it in a minute. But personally, my favorite scene was Harley Quinn when she's getting probed with the cow prod.
Oh. That
was my favorite scene because just the way she handled it, my wife and I were just cracking up. And she thought she did a great job when she opened up her eyes and necked your boy with her leg and, and choked him out and broke his neck. And then she just went through the phases of, getting the guns, going through the rooms. When she was doing the circular motions through the room. That whole part was my favorite scene.
It was a great scene for sure. And there was a lot of parts in there you didn't see coming. Like it was a surprise. Like, boom, her and that guy, romancing each other. And then, boom, that scene happens. And you're like, whoa! It's kind of caught you off guard.
Was funny. Yeah, it did.
Another scene that one girl that's in charge of the rats or whatever, I don't know what her character or superhero name was.
Right.
When she's flashbacking and they're showing the flashback in the window of the bus above her, I thought that was cool how he did that.
See, I don't remember that part.
She's on the bus and she's talking about her dad and
yeah.
And it shows up on the window above her head, like replaying the image of what she's talking about.
Early on in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was good. I liked her role, actually. I thought at first I was like, man, this is stupid. But I liked her role. Because sometimes, you want to get rid of characters real quick in the movie. But I thought she was going to be one of the ones I want to get rid of. But, hey, what do you know?
What do you know?
She turned out real good.
Probably my favorite character was the little rat. I just liked how, he... the little pet rat just smiles or whatever. And he's always there.
Yeah.
The eyes on the starfish, like the CGI on the starfish, was just insanity, right? I mean, the reflection, it was crazy CGI with most of this movie.
So my wife, she's not really into these type of movies, but she actually really liked the starfish. At first, I thought this starfish thing is just gonna be corny and just this is like a waste. But they, the way they put the movie. You weren't supposed to be overly serious about anything. So don't be overly serious about the starfish.
Yeah.
And I just thought it really led to the whole theme of the movie. And my wife was cracking up. I thought the starfish thing was good. She liked it. I
like the little starfish that he would shoot out and on the faces. But I got really angry and almost took me out of the movie when that big starfish comes out and he's walking through the city. It just looked ridiculous.
But wasn't that not supposed the way it's supposed to be? I just thought that was funny.
It was funny, but I was like, at this point, I'm still confused. Like, what am I going for here? Am I going for a satire, a horror movie, a superhero movie? And then I see this ridiculous starfish moving through the city, like this monster starfish. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Frank, only sad part of the movie. I'm a superhero. I'm a superhero.
Oh, the spot guy, yeah.
What can I do? Oh, dude, I was like, oh man, they got him.
I just noticed a
Only Sam
couple
Raimi movie.
themes with James Gunn, who directed this movie. Now, you saw the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, right?
Yes.
So Groot, was played by Vin Diesel. His voice, Groot, right? And then they have the King Shark guy, who's played by Sylvester Stallone. Kind of the same thing, right? He didn't have too many lines, kind of like Groot.
Right.
So that must be a trademark of his or something. It's almost like a copycat of Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's a good point. I never even thought about that until you said it. So that actually is an interesting point. I have to look at that again because I'm going to watch the movie again.
Yeah.
And I have to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So let's do some scoring. What do you rate the story out of 10?
The story out of 10?
Yeah.
I'd probably give it 6.7.
6.7 for story. Very strong. Very strong. Acting. What do you give acting in it?
I'd probably give acting. It ranges, right? There's a lot of actors in here. I'd probably give 6.3.
6.3. They had a lot of actors, but I thought they really meshed well together as a group.
They did.
Versus the first one, where it just seemed not very natural. Like Will Smith's the star; these are the sidekicks, and that's really it.
I give it 6.3.
That's very strong too. What about cinematography? The way it was shot and filmed.
It was good. I mean, there were some scenes I thought were really good. Some other scenes, I thought it was just okay. I might give it a 6.3.
6.3. And then the CGI. What did you think of the CGI?
I have to get the CGI 7.2.
7.2 is very strong. It was pretty good CGI.
It was good CGI.
So those are very strong scores. That's good to hear. I'll rate this too. The story I give a 5.7 only because I was confused towards the end. Like I was all in. It's like, oh my god, this is such a crazy, funny movie, so different and gory. I'm all in. And then just the starfish comes walking, and I'm like, what the fuck? Kind of took me out a little bit. Got a little angry, and it's like, what are you doing? Oh, come on, you got this. You should have made a better big thing at the end or something, big monster thing. So disappointed that. So I give that a 5.7. The acting I thought was pretty strong. I don't know a weak character in that movie.
What'd you give the acting?
I give it a 6.4. For a superhero type of horror movie, I think it's pretty good. I mean, because they're not doing any tears or anything. It's not really dramatic. Cinematography, like I said, the helmet scene where they shoot and the fights reflected in the helmet. The scene you talked about with Harley Quinn getting tortured, and then all the slow motion and how she's fighting back, and then the scene with the reflection, in which they're going back in time and she's revisiting the one character. So 6.7 there. CGI, 7.3. I thought it was great. My only issue with the CGI was at the end when all the rats come out all over, and I thought this didn't. I mean, everything else looked good. That one looked a little weird to me. And sometimes when that King Shark guy moved, so Sylvester Stallone, he looked a little animated there. It's like
That's true. But I was also again, when you think about the whole movie, is it a part of what they're trying to display with, don't be too serious with this stuff. Right. It's all for fun. I really, really like that part. Again, with the storyline.
You're right. So it's interesting talking to you about it because, like I said, I watched it. I was confused as a mashup, and then I was angry when I saw Starfish. And talking to you, then I'm like, well, maybe that was intentional now because you show a different perspective. Like that was intentional because we're in pretend land and just to make it even crazier.
Right. And I think the director was really trying to not make it seem too serious like all the other superhero movies.
Right.
Take light of things, enjoy yourself, and I did all those things in this movie. And I really enjoyed it. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? No. But are you going to go have fun and enjoy it? Especially if you're a DC Marvel guy, I think you'll like it.
Oh, that's cool. I give it an overall of 5.9. That's my score. So you give it a 7. Would you give what was your overall? You didn't give me your overall. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't give it overall. So I think overall, I'd probably give this movie a 6.5.
6.5. So 5.9 and a 6.5. Now you saw Black Widow. Just to compare the summer blockbuster movies, how would you rate this movie versus Black Widow?
Would you say which one would I want to see more, or which one was better?
If you had the choice to watch one more time, which one would you watch again?
Suicide Squad.
Suicide, really?
Yeah, I'd watch Suicide Squad because it was funny. I loved it. I mean, I really did like Black Widow. I thought they did a really good job. But I was just entertained by this movie. It was funny. It was serious. It had all the little different angles. Things like surprise things that came up. I just liked all that stuff. Yep, I picked Suicide Squad.
So it did.
But they were both good.
So it did its job for you. It entertained you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Those are hard to find this day and age.
It is. It is.
All right. Raphael gives it a 6.5. I give it a 5.9. This is our review for the Suicide Squad. Thanks for watching.